Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, Ashish. But do hang on a second. We have Radhika Gupta of Edelweiss Mutual Fund also joining in. Hi, Radhika. I'm very heartened to see this money coming in to hybrid and passives, and I'm sure you'd agree with me. But I want to just ask you, what is this big bump up that we're seeing in inflows for arbitrage funds?
Hi, Sumera. So I think we've consistently seen inflows in arbitrage funds, indeed, on one of the larger ones over the last 4-5 months. Because if you look at investors' options in the short-term investing category for fixed income, liquid and overnight are very low in terms of the yield. And all the other categories, with the exception of floater, have rising interest rate risk. So whether it's your money market or corp bond, you'll see money coming out of them. That's also something. Banking PSU, which was a very popular category last year. So arbitrage funds is actually a very nice safe haven for investors because of the lack of credit and duration risk. And also if you're holding, 3 months to more than, 1 year money, you also have the tax advantage after 1 year. So we see corporate and HNI money coming in. I mean, last month was probably one of the biggest ones for our own arbitrage fund. So this makes sense and is expected to continue in my view.
Okay. Ashish, have you had a chance to go through the figures for the debt funds? There continues to be outflows for corporate bonds and the banking and PSU fund. You think this is on continued worries around perpetual bonds?
I think it could be, a lot of it actually could be returns. May not necessarily be, the perpetual bonds or the valuation related things. I think it is in some way, these categories, what you were discussing with Radhika with regards to arbitrage funds. Clearly, money could be moving in from short-term bond funds or other shorter duration bond funds into arbitrage funds, because the running yield or the YTM on most of these products would be abysmally low at this point in time. And the medium term or the near term future outlook in terms of return potential also may not come across, great in terms of prospects. So my sense is that while I'm sure arbitrage does get new money, but it could also be that people in short-term fixed income products are moving into arbitrage.
Yeah, it could be, because we're seeing outflows from money market funds. Radhika, just one more question. Within equity, month after month, we are seeing inflows into sectoral and thematic funds. Now, Ashish agreed with me that this whole hype on NFOs is one thing altogether, but thematic funds are no different, right? I mean, what is this big attraction for sectoral and thematic funds month after month?
I would put it down to just NFOs. I think there are a couple of standard themes that are attracting a large amount of money. And in many cases, I think while your major categories are covered, sectoral and thematic funds, and I don't think every sectoral and thematic fund is a bad one, but sectoral and thematic funds are in open space to do NFOs, which is why you're seeing NFOs. You're seeing NFOs in categories like business cycle, or you're seeing NFOs in categories like quant. So even if you look at the 5,500 crores, I think 4,000 crores was from 2 NFOs, or 3,500 crores was from 2 NFOs. So I don't think there's anything special. I think the NFO frenzy continues in that category.
All right. And, incidentally, there are over 110 sectoral and thematic funds. So if you just look at the pure open-ended, actively managed equity space, you will find the highest number of schemes in sectoral and thematic funds, which is 110 out of a total of 355. Go figure. Ashish, Radhika, thank you very much for joining in to make sense of this monthly data. Mangalam, Sonal, back to you guys. For now, it looks like it's been a good month and hopefully should continue.
All right, Sumera, thank you so much for joining us and making sense of those numbers for us. Well, that's the update as far as the mutual fund data is concerned, but it's time to slip into a short break now. We'll be joined by Shikhar Agrawal, the Joint Managing Director at BLS International Services, on the other side to discuss their Q1 earnings. Stay tuned.
आग को फैलने से